The engine purred like something alive, smooth, powerful, and unapologetically loud. Caroline Rivera sat behind the wheel of her brand new Porsche Taycan, her fingers tracing the leather steering wheel as if it were a long-lost secret. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement, a declaration that she didn't need anyone's permission to exist loudly anymore. For most of her life, Caroline had been invisible in rooms where she should have shined. Her brother Logan, the golden boy, absorbed all the family pride like a sun they revolved around. She'd been the background star. Polite smiles, quiet achievements, the daughter whose success was nice but never enough. Even her wedding 2 years ago had been proof of that imbalance. 90 guests, a vineyard ceremony, a string quartet playing her favorite classical piece, and 3 empty chairs in the front row where her family should have sat. Her mother's text had been short. "Sorry, sweetie. Logan has an event that weekend. We'll try to come next time." There was never a next time. Caroline had walked down the aisle alone, eyes fixed on Ethan, the only person who'd ever truly seen her. She'd smiled for the cameras, danced for the guests, and later, cried alone in the bridal suite when no one was looking. That night had been the quiet breaking point. The moment she realized she was done chasing love from people who rationed it like oxygen. 2 years later, she built an empire instead. Her company, Crescent Motion Studio, had just sold for $21 million. The headlines called her the visionary founder, the quiet force behind digital storytelling. But inside, she still carried the ghost of the little girl who just wanted her parents to clap for her. So when the deal closed, she didn't throw a party. She drove to the Porsche dealership. Metallic gray, she'd said, fully electric, elegant but dangerous. The salesman smiled, thinking it was a metaphor for the car. It wasn't. When she drove it home, sunlight hit the hood like liquid silver. She took a single photo and posted it with the caption, "Dreams realized." For 3 days, nothing. Then her phone lit up with a name she hadn't seen in years. "I'm calling." Caroline. Her mother's voice carried that brittle authority she'd perfected through years of control. "We need to talk. Family meeting tomorrow." "Family meeting?" Caroline asked, her voice flat. "You mean the same family that forgot I existed for half a decade?" "It's important," her mother pressed. "There are financial issues. We should discuss them as a family." Of course. They'd seen the car. They'd seen the post. Now suddenly she was family again. The next day, Caroline drove the Porsche to her parents' house, the same colonial home where she'd grown up invisible. The tires crunched over the gravel driveway, the hum of the engine slicing through the suburban silence. Her father opened the door, his expression a mix of surprise and calculation. "You've done well for yourself," he said instead of hello. "Yes," she replied. Inside, Logan and his wife Hannah were already seated at the dining table. Financial documents spread like battle maps between them. "Foreclosure," her father said bluntly. "Logan's mortgage is behind. The twins' school fees are unpaid. We need you to step in." Caroline said nothing. "Just watch them." Logan leaned forward, his eyes sharp. "You have the means, Carl. We're family. This is what family does." That word, family, landed like a slap. Caroline's gaze drifted to the photo album Hannah had brought. Pictures of the twins, birthday parties, vacations, all without her. Her mother's hand trembled as she pushed the album toward her. "They ask about you all the time. Why Aunt Caroline never visits." Caroline traced the edge of the page, her reflection rippling in the glossy paper. "Where were you?" she asked quietly. "When I got married?" Logan blinked. "What?" "My wedding," she repeated, voice steady now. "Where were you?" Her mother's voice went soft, practiced. "We were busy, honey." Her father didn't even flinch. "It wasn't convenient." Caroline laughed softly, a sound without humor. "Of course. And now, suddenly, it's convenient again." Logan's jaw tightened. "Don't be dramatic. You're rich now, Caroline. You can help. That's what decent people do." She looked up, meeting his eyes. "No, Logan. That's what loved people do." The silence that followed was thick enough to drown in. Caroline stood, straightening the cuffs of her blazer. "I didn't come here to sign your loan papers," she said. "I came here to make peace." Her mother looked confused. "Peace." Caroline reached into her bag and slid a document across the table. "The Rivera Media Scholarship Foundation," she said. $16 million to fund education for girls in digital arts. Logan's face went pale. "You gave it away?" "I invested it," Caroline corrected, "in people who remind me of the girl I used to be, the one none of you noticed." Her father leaned back, stunned. "That's insane. You're wasting it on strangers." Caroline picked up her purse. "They're not strangers. They're the ones who'll remember who helped them when no one else did." She walked toward the door. Behind her, her mother called out, "Caroline, wait. You can't just walk away. We're your family." Caroline turned, her hand on the doorframe. "You were supposed to be," she said softly, "but I found a better one." Outside, the Porsche shimmered in the afternoon light. Caroline slid into the driver's seat, the familiar hum wrapping around her like armor. Her phone buzzed, a message from Ethan. again. Remember who you are. Proud of you." She smiled. For the first time in years, she didn't feel the weight of proving herself. She pressed the ignition. The engine came alive, smooth, confident, entirely her own. As she pulled onto the road, she caught her reflection in the rearview mirror. Eyes clear, shoulders strong. The car wasn't just speed or status. It was therapy on four wheels. The sound of a woman finally moving on, fast, free, and untouchable.